lot of credibility also goes back to the bartenders also back home, because they're starting to use cachaça. You know,
Yeah.
like you were saying that we're a proud like nation or country, you know, like where we come from and everything. Brazilians bartenders, they're starting to do that. Like cachaça is starting to come back in the cocktail world, you know, because before we just used to have the gin, we used to have the vodka, you know.
Very, very hipster in Brazil to drink cachaça now.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's sort of seen like they're very marketed to in Brazil by big companies because it's a massive market and it's got huge tax barriers, which means only the big boys can often play.
Right.
But the sense of identity, the hipster sort of community, well, they always like to go against the curve and sort of say, you know what, I'm going to go back.
Right.
To our, our national
All
spirit.
again.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to drink the thing that's not being pushed to me. I'm going to beat the artisanal thing that's ours and I'm proud of. And so, like many things, I mean, the hipster community in Brazil starts and continue trends just like they do around the world.
It goes back to the canned food and stuff like that.
You're exactly right about the bartenders. There's no way we could have done this without the bartenders getting right behind us. All the best guys.
But you need them to spearhead the.
Oh, they totally did, and
they're getting directly to the customer. I mean,
and they had no reason to. I mean, they really didn't.
Other than a passion for the brand.
A little bit of pride.
Find some people
They had no reason to. I mean, it's much easier to, especially in Brazil, much easier to pour the gin one or the vodka one that comes from the Grey Goose or the well-known, big label brand.
And I think
get some very grateful.
One thing which also helps is like ambassadors. Like in Brazil, like right now we see also cachaças having ambassadors. So working that also, because that also helps to put the category out there and educate people about it and about the use of it also. So I think it's something which.
And ambassadors in the true way, like not
paid ones.
No, not just that, but just not salespeople who they genuinely they. Like
people believe in the category.
Just to like his family, they come from the same thing. So our ambassador in Brazil is a guy called Jean Ponce, and Jean ran Alex Atala's restaurants, Dom, which is he has 2 restaurants in the top 50 in the world, and he ran his whole bar program, and he's doing all sorts of things, but he has a deep love for cachaça, and having people like that who are right at the top of their game, both in the gastronomy and on the beverage side. To want to come back to their roots and say, no, I know cachaça because my grandfather also made his own little batch, or my uncle also. They've all got a story.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
That's the stuff that people relate to, the stories. I mean, it's one thing to remember a bottle or whatever, but it's another thing to remember where things come from and to have that tie-in. It's the deep marketing versus wide marketing that we've been hearing about so far this week. You go deep with your brand, then you get people committed to it, and get people to love the brand, love the story, and they spread. You creep out. Yeah.
You go too fast and you crumble.
Yeah.
You're just growing so fast and you can't handle the production. You can't
fall
handle the
under your
scale.
own weight. Yeah.
Right.
I guess it's quite
Gotta
lucky.
have a good base, right?
Being in the foreign, it's quite lucky though to have the 2 brothers because they're literally a walking embodiment of our story. I mean, nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
For now, I'm still
walking.
Still walking.
The stumbling embodiment.
Stumbling is a form of walking. We didn't say the category of walking.
So it's the waltz, but you don't see me doing that.
No, I don't have that much talent.
Neither do I.
All right, folks. Well, thanks. I know we've consumed some of your time, and I want to make I know you guys want to go swimming and stuff. So,
The place is pretty cool.
I think that for our audience, knowing the story is cool. Knowing the heritage of the brand and of the category is cool because for me, what it does is when our folks that walk into a liquor store and they see one of these, it's not even a question now. Like, I know my audience. They're like, these guys tried it. They liked it. It was a cool story. They buy it, and then you just wait for them to tell their friends, and build a little brand ambassador.
I think the biggest thing I could ever say about cachaça, or some of the artisanal ones, whether they are Yaguara or they're Leblon or Neverfogo or Ver, is just try them because they will surprise you big time.
Just try them all.
Especially, I mean, if you can't invest in a bottle, but you go out to a bar and you see these things, that's the perfect time to try it. I mean, it's a little more expensive to buy something at a bar to get a drink. Sure. At the same time, you're not committing to something completely.
Right. And if you're anywhere in I've seen it in Florida, Texas.
But it's a great way to try a variety of things.
Go to a Brazilian steakhouse where they give you all the meat, never-ending meat, and always can get a caipirinha there.
I need to break that
It's
stuff
not the
down.
best one, but it's there.
That meat is like a meat coma.
Yeah,
You
got the meat sweats. You need the cachaça, so you can order caipirinhas usually there, or a bar that understands the caipirinha. If you go to a sports bar and you ask for caipirinha, they're gonna be like, you want a gin and tonic? I got that. Right. So you might have to pick your audience or where you go, but sample them, test them, and the caipirinha is where everybody's probably going to start at some level because it's the easiest for places to make. And then just pick up different bottles and kind of explore.
When I first went to New York 4 years ago to scope it out, just to have a look at it, I probably saw one in 5 have a cachaça menu. I constantly say 3 and 5 now in New York have a cachaça maybe even more than that. I mean, anywhere from Clover Cog to they like it. He's doing a good job.
We were saying, like, I moved to New York to do this, and New York, of course, I bike everywhere. Sometimes I stop by bars and they go, cachaça? Oh, I see it growing, I see it coming. Just like, let me try it. And you go like, yeah, and some good cachaças are coming to the U.S. now, because
that's the worry. Yeah, if you just get a bunch of like junk, then you're gonna ruin your audience, right?
Well, that's what was slightly.
That's what happened in tequila with Jose Cuervo Gold. Everybody's like, I want tequila. All I know is I wake up with a massive hangover. My pants are missing. I don't know what's going on. And then you introduce them to real. Like that's how I actually got into the show.
After real tequila, you don't have a headache. Your pants are still missing, but at least you don't have.
You have a nice oaky flavor, and you're like, oh, there's other stuff out there you can explore. So luckily, most of the stuff that we get, it's different. Palating a cachaça is going to taste different than most things, but there hasn't been a lot of junk out there. Like everybody's trying to do something that at least to stand out. At least it seems that way. I don't know about some of the brands, but they seem that.
It's a great time to be a consumer. I'll say that.
At the moment,
interesting time.
Yeah, and also all the craft spirits, the whole move like to quality, small batch. Whether you're looking about beers, I mean, I know it's an overused word, but the fact that it is overused is the point.
Right.
We've got so much choice now.
Yeah. Choices. That's the theme for today. You've got choices. Thanks everybody for watching. We're teaching you how to drink.